What's up guys, Nolan here, and for those who don't know, patch 12.9 is today and it will be a wipe. We're getting the Woods expansion, a bunch of new guns, gear, and changes. To learn more about the new stuff, check out my videos in the description on it. The main thing that I want to remind everyone here is what the beginning of a wipe means. It means more than likely crowded servers and possible issues, especially in a game like Escape from Tarkov. Now, a super TLDR for tips and tricks here is don't forget to get your gift from the website, don't forget to accept tasks before you load in. After raid healing is now free up to level 5. Don't sleep on your hideout progression. Don't bring too much gear, ammo, or meds. Speed over quality is better early on. And use Tarkov Tracker with Map Genie maps to make life a lot easier. They're linked below. If any of that didn't make sense, here's the full story. First things first is server choice. Most people default to auto server selection. Remember, you can manually select what server you are connected to through the launcher. So if you start getting horrible connection issues, then try switching to a different server first before you take to Reddit or Twitter to read about it. Next is progression. I have plenty of videos of which I'll link the playlists in the description and at the end of the video for early wipe tips and tricks and better descriptions for these things, but the TLDR is what we're doing today, and that comes down to map choices and speed. Everyone and their mother will be trying to get into customs and factory because factory is small and customs has the beginning quests. I suggest that you do the same with customs, but just focus on the scav kills. Surviving the raid doesn't even matter as much as getting those 5 scav kills, and then you can move on to another map. Do not forget to accept the task from Prapper before loading in. And like I said, once you have those 5 kills, just move on to another map because you'll load in quicker to get those shotguns. So where do you move on to? Reserve, factory, customs, and now possibly even woods with the expansion will be packed to the brim with players, with the most likely more open maps being Shoreline and Interchange. I got an amazing start last wipe by killing Killa a bunch of times until BSG nerfed his loadout and buffed his skills. If you get your hands on something like an SVD with S&B ammo or a semi-auto shotgun with Magnum Buck, I would try to get Killa at his current difficulty. Otherwise, that old SMG farm just really isn't feasible for most people anymore. Interchange in general is a great map for loot, of course, with its stores, scavs, and hidden stashes, so that will be my personal go-to whenever I just want to loot. And speaking of those hidden stashes, you can find 39 of them on Shoreline if you don't like Interchange. Just pull up Map Genie on a second monitor if you can and farm the hell out of those for easy cash. For starting gear, the only thing you should worry about is the number 3 for armor, starting with 3M armor. Save 4 of those for skier and then only worry about level 3 armor or higher for your personal protection. Personally for me, I will just sell any level 2s for extra cash and ease of use for equipping the new armor that you find in raid, because if you are not already wearing armor, it is a simple click to get that new armor onto you. I'll be running the SKS for its accuracy and rate of fire until I can get my hands on an AK-74 and then use those until I have access to PP-19s from Prapper. My go-to kits for early wipe until I have level 4 plus armor are Yeet kits, which are basically just a PP-19 and a vest to make it easy to move quickly. The longer you worry about your gear, the less time you spend in raid or looking for one. If you're interested, you can get more specific details on my Yeet kits and my early wipe loadouts in the videos linked below. Once I am comfortable with my stash, I'll buy everything that I can for my hideout and then start crafting Saloas for therapists and then also for personal use in raid. Remember, post-raid healing is free up to level 5, so keep that in mind. Remember to use your scav as often and as quickly as possible. The quicker that you get out of that scav raid, the quicker you can access that gear on your PMC and reset the free loot boxes, which scavs essentially are. Past all of that, I just play it by ear based on the luck that I've had with gear and then just focus down as many tasks as I can. To keep track of my tasks and items I need to stash, I use Tarkov Tracker, which I'll link below. It's insanely handy for keeping track of task items and hideout items. If you have any, make sure to log on to the Escape from Tarkov website at some point during the first day to get your gift. I would be careful for the first hour or so because I bet the site's just going to crash, but you can access this while you are in game and it will show up immediately, so it doesn't hurt to try. I'm probably going to snag an SKS, accept the starting tasks, and then head to customs as soon as possible, and then while I'm loading in, go to the site on my phone. Remember, do not tab out of Escape from Tarkov while loading in. You have a very high chance of crashing your game when you do that. Something new that I won't cover in any of my old videos is the new meds because they didn't exist yet. Make sure to bring something that will stop heavy bleeds, especially with the new changes. Nikita specifically mentioned more ammo being able to start heavy bleeds, and there is a lot of bigger bullets coming with this next wipe. Speaking of the changes, if you haven't heard, the entire combat system has been rebalanced in Escape from Tarkov. Bullets will hit differently, wounds will happen differently, and weapons will act differently along with their attachments. We will all need to learn as we go with this wipe. What's good about that is that you will be able to find me in real time over on twitch.tv/niceguy, so if at any point you have any questions or just want to see what I'm up to, that's where you're going going to find me, I'll link it below. But that is all for now, guys. I wish you good fortune in the wipe to come. If you need more Escape from Tarkov content or the latest news in Escape from Tarkov, check out these playlists here. If you like this video, then you know the drill. I really appreciate the people who do. Otherwise, I hope you at least learned something, and I also hope you have a nice day. See you guys.